for you Edomites. All right? Okay, he has the greatest disdain for you Edomites. You see? This is Psalms 148 in verse 14. It says, he also exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel. A people near unto him, praise ye the Lord. So who's near unto him? The Israelites. That's it, man. That's what this book is about. The book is about the fall and the rise of the Israelites. That's what it's speaking about. It's not speaking about any other nation being joined unto us, man. And we got to keep pushing that out there, because that's what the Christian church has been pushing for decades, man, or centuries, really. All right? When that's not the case, the Most High is only dealing with the Israelites. He always only has been dealing with the Israelites. As a matter of fact, there's a scripture in, I believe it's Exodus and Numbers, that says that Moab could never enter into the congregation of the Lord. Ever. All right? When it says unto the, it says, basically it means period. That's what it means, man. Right? See what I'm saying? Because even until like the 10th generation, which means even that is that far, you can't enter in, man. Why? Because the Most High is not dealing with Moab. So what are you saying? Okay, so the Most High is dealing with everyone else except for Moab, right? Every other nation could come in except for Moab. It's nonsense. He's not dealing with any of you heathens, man. This is Deuteronomy 7 and verse 6. It reads, for thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. That's it, man. So the Most High chose Israel to be above all people, man. He didn't choose all these other nations, man. You know? Okay? And you Israelites that don't get right, the Most High is going to destroy you. And he's going to show you that there has been prophets among you. And you're going to feel sorry in that time, man. Because right now, you have Israelites, they walk by, they don't acknowledge, they scoff, they smirk, you know, they talk against us, they come up and try and debate. And in the times to come, in the near future, there's not going to be any debate. There ain't going to be no talking. The Most High is not going to be with the long talking. He's just going to come and execute judgment. See, I read in Ezekiel that the Most High told the angels, listen, man, anyone who don't have this mark, kill them. Period. Don't talk to them. Don't ask them no questions. Don't reason with them. Just put them to death in whatever manner you see fit. See what I'm saying? So that's when judgment hits, man. And there's nothing that anyone can do in the time of judgment. You can't make yourself stop the judgment. You can't stop the judgment. Why? Because the Most High controls the judgment. As a matter of fact, let me get some water. Excuse me. Okay, so let's get back to Okay, because you Israelites, you're not. If you don't acknowledge what the Most High is saying, the Most High's destruction. Matter of fact, let me get that in. Second Ezra 9:9. Second Ezra 9 verse 9, it says, then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me, and they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them. And this is what this is. This is that time for repentance. This is that time for the Israelites to get right, man. Okay? And the elect is going to get right during that time of repentance. There's going to be a time when that doors of mercy are going to be closed, you see? And it says, understood not, but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain. So that's plain and simple, man. Okay, the Most High is not going to be playing around in that time. Once the doors close, once all the elect is sealed, okay, then that's when the flood of destruction is going to come. Okay, and if you're not written in that book of life, then you're going to be caught up in that. All right, Esau's looking to destroy you, Jakes, man. He's going to get back into that old spirit. You know, these Edomites are going to get back into that old spirit, that I'm talking about the slavery day spirit. Okay, start to kill Jakes by the thousands, man. That's what Esau's getting ready to do. Let's get Jeremiah real quick. No, 30 and 7, I believe it is. This is Jeremiah 30 verse 7. It says, alas, that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it, man. All right, so the time that's coming is going to be greater than any other time that has ever been. You see, it's going to be a great time of destruction, a great time of killing, a great time of fear. Most High is going to let apparitions out. He's going to bring all them plagues from ancient Egypt. You can't forget that, man. All those plagues from ancient Egypt are coming to America, man. Okay? And it's going to be seen around the world, too. You understand? So there's going to be great fear that's going to fall upon these people, but that's going to be the time of the judgment of our people, man. You see what happened in the Bahamas? You see what happened in Venezuela right now? And people we don't even know what's going on there. Last time we saw, cannibalism was going on, man. You know? Great violence was going on in there. Why? Because the Most High was basically forsook that place, man. And it's about to get a lot worse, man. Let's get 2nd Ezra 15th chapter. Jakes think it's a game, man. It's not no game. The Most High's not playing games with you, man. The Most High, he's known as the King of Terrorists. In 2nd Ezra 15. And I'll start up at verse 5. This is 2nd Ezra 15 and 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. So the Most High is going to bring that upon the whole planet, man, these different plagues, you see? And it says, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. Slakia, verse 7. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. All right, and this world is full of wicked exercises, man. And they think because nothing happened, people always say that. Well, the Most High loves that. He loves, okay, good, keep saying that, because the Most High is long suffering. A day to the Most High is 1,000 years to us. Okay? You see what I'm saying? And he's long suffering, so we can wait. He'll chill out for a couple hours in his time. He'll chill out for an hour, a couple hours, and then he'll say, okay, now it's time for that judgment. You see? Now it's time for that judgment. And when that time of judgment comes, nothing could deliver you. All right? It said, behold, the innocent and the righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Now, which Egypt is this speaking of, man? This is not speaking about ancient Egypt. It said as before. Okay? It was speaking about ancient Egypt. That would mean that the Israelites went back into ancient Egypt, or are about to go back to ancient Egypt, which is not going to happen. All right. What this is speaking about is America, aka Babylon the Great, because was not it's spoken about. Hold on, give me a second. Let me get two scriptures for you real quick. Let's get Deuteronomy 28 and 68. It says, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And that never happened. The Lord never brought the Israelites into captivity in ships in ancient Egypt. This is speaking about America, man. Okay, and also basically the transatlantic slave trade in general. But when it says Egypt, it's speaking specifically about America. That's where the greatest destruction is going to be, and the greatest deliverance. Okay, and all the tribes are there too. It says, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you, which means no man shall redeem you. We would be sold, man. Like we were sold on the auction blocks, man. That's where Wall Street got its start. It got started. The first commodity on Wall Street was slaves, man. Was our people, were Israelites. You see what I'm saying? And I'm reading about that right here, man. But now I wanna jump to Revelation real quick. Yeah, this is Revelation 11 and 8. It says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. You see what I'm saying? So that Sodom and Egypt is speaking about America. Okay, why is it called Egypt? Because what? Egypt means oppression. Those Israelites in Egypt, in America, are being oppressed the most, man. When you got Judah in America, they're being oppressed the most. Okay? See what I'm saying? They're being pressed upon the most. They got the stuff in ghettos and projects. They got glass ceilings everywhere, right? Everywhere they work. You see what I'm saying? They got to sell out to get to a certain level. You know? And then on top of that, you got to live around these Edomites constantly. The worst of the worst, man. The American Edomites are the worst. Even the European Edomites and the Canadian Edomites look down on the American Edomites, man. Like, goddamn, we're not there. We're from Europe. We're from here, because they feel like that's, oh no, we're better than them. No, but at the end of the day, you're all Edomites, man. Okay, at the end of the day, you're all Edomites, but that's the place where the most oppression happens, man. You see what I'm saying? So when it's speaking about you shall bring plagues upon Egypt as before, it's not speaking about ancient Egypt, because the Israelites never went back to Egypt. Now let me get continue with this. They that till the ground shall mourn for their seed. This is the second Ezra 15 and 13. They that till the ground shall mourn for their seeds shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their hand, man. And a good visual of that is the movie The Road. Okay, people were, it was just complete lawlessness. People running around, stealing, killing, do whatever the hell they wanted to do because there was no law and order at that time, man. That's the complete breakdown of society, and that's what's getting ready to happen. The Most High is about to completely break this place down. You see? A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation, man. So the Most High is about to bring complete hell upon this place, man. Okay, especially America. But all first world countries, they're gonna feel it, man. They're gonna feel the difference. They're gonna see what's up. You think America's gonna go like that, and all the rest of the places, London is gonna be chilling, everything's just gonna be exactly the same? No. Not what I believe, at least. I don't believe that. I believe that when America gets to that level, you know, these first world countries are gonna start getting to that level, and the ones that are gonna be alright are gonna be the ones that they're the third world countries, man. Certain third world countries are gonna be cool, I believe. You know, maybe Australia, I don't know. You know, but the third world countries, they're already used to suffering somewhat, man. So that's nothing to them, man. But when it's complete, like if these Americans can't get 3 meals a day, they're gonna lose it, man. They're gonna go bonkers, man. Okay. Behold, saith the Most High, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, and Lebanon, to turn themselves one against another and repay the things that they have done to them. Okay, and who's them? The them is us, man. It's Israel. You see what I'm saying? So the Most High is going to repay what has been done unto us. Okay? This is what it's all about, man. Like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also, and recompense in their bosom, thus saith the Lord, man. This is why the Most High speaks about what the controversy of Zion. This is what the Valley of Jehoshaphat is all about, man. The controversy of Zion in this time is really going to be for the elect in this time, because in this time the elect is the only ones that are going to make it out. You understand what I'm saying? They're going to be judged for what they did to the whole nation of Israel, but the elect is who's going to be delivered. You heathens got a lot to pay for, man. You heathens don't think because, okay, I'm not an Edomite, or at least they're speaking about the so-called white man, I'm not an Edomite, so I'm good. None of the rest of you heathens have to pay, man. You so-called Africans, you Hamites, you Elamites, you Japhites, okay, you fucking Moabites, you Ammonites. Okay, I got a special hatred for Moab, man. Okay? So it goes for all you devils too, man. All the rest of you heathens, you dogs. Okay? Yes, Esau's gonna get worse, but you're gonna have to fucking join it, man. And me personally, I'm gonna have Moab live with Esau for a bit, under my rulership. I'm gonna have Esau. I'm gonna have Moab live with Esau for a bit, since they're so buddy in this kingdom. You see what I'm saying? Let's get Joel 3. All right, that's going to go into the transatlantic slave trade. It's gonna touch on exactly the different nations that were involved, and also it's going to speak about the judgment. This is Joel 3. I'll start at verse 1. It says, "For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem." That's what it's all about, our captivity, man. Okay, it's about when they took us into slavery. That's what it's about, man. They took Gad down, right? They put them in boarding schools, had them learn their language, put them on reservations. That's what it's about. It's not about anything else that Esau did, really. It's really about what he did to us, okay? "I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat," right, which is Jehoshaphat in the transliteration, "and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land." Right? And they scattered among the nations. Did not they scatter us among the nations and take our land? Is not there Israelites all over the planet right now? "And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine that they might drink. Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coasts of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head. Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things." Let's speak about other heathens. Speak about the Hamites, the Ishmaelites. Okay, so it's going into other heathen. "The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border." Listen, man, they used to take over the city like Babylon. They pillaged and destroyed Jerusalem and Israel and all that, our land and all that. You see what I'm saying? But when was Israel sold from one people to another? There was only one time when the Israelites were sold from one people to another, and that was in this transatlantic slavery. You see what I'm saying? Like here's the Israelites. Take them, okay, and you're gonna give us this for that. That only happened one time, and that was in the transatlantic slave trade. So let me read that again. It says, "The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians." And who are the Grecians? These so-called white people, these devils, man. All right? It represents all of them, man. Okay? It just calls them Grecians. You see? Judah and Jerusalem represents the so-called African American, the so-called Jamaican, and the so-called Haitian, man. Okay? And the West Indians. That's what it's speaking about, because we are the true Israelites according to the Bible. All right? And the Most High has a controversy with these devils and the rest of these heathens, man. Okay? It says, "Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them." Where did they sell us, man? Where have they sold us? And when was any other nation sold as a people? That never happened. That only happened to us. Okay? Let's go. It says, "Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head." The Most High is going to judge you devils for that, man. You're not going to get away with that. The Most High has a judgment set up, man. Okay? It says, "And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people far off, for the Lord hath spoken it," man. All right? So that's all part of the judgment of you fucking devils, you Edomites. Okay? And if you don't like the words I'm using, which are they're just words. There's no word that's against the scripture. Oh, you use that word, that's against the law. There's no word against the law in the scriptures, man. Okay? It's just words. You see what I'm saying? Rude speech. These people talking about they don't like that. Guaranteed they do it, man. Guaranteed they use so-called curse words. Guaranteed, man. Right? My grandmother always talking about curse words bad, this and that. And I heard her curse already. She act like she said she never cursed. I heard her curse multiple times, and multiple times in a day. You know, certain things happen. The S-bomb is going to be dropped. The F-bomb is going to be dropped sometimes. Okay, one of them, because really, those words are showing of emotion. But people, they try to basically they try to make it seem like if those words are wicked, man. Those words ain't wicked, man. Nothing wicked about that, man. You see what I'm saying? When the scriptures speak about it's not wicked what goes in, doesn't defile a man what goes into it, but what comes out. Is speaking about the doctrines. Like if you're saying that the mark of the beast is philosophy, then that's defiling you. Okay? If you're saying that that Esau can make it, that's defiling you. All right? That's making you unclean. The doctrines that you're pushing. See what I'm saying? That's why it's very important for us to know and understand what we're breaking down. You know, you can't just say anything. You got to examine what you say before you say it. Say, okay, does that line up with the scriptures? You know, is that part of the correct doctrine? You have to know that, because if you don't, then guess what? That's according to the scriptures. When you read the last chapter, if you add on, let me get that real quick. This is Revelations 22 and verse. So let me find this real quick. This is verse 18. For I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book. If any man shall add unto these things, the Most High shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. All right, so you can't be just adding your own doctrine into this, man. The scripture is not of any private interpretation. You need someone to break it down to you, and we're here to break it down. We break it down precept upon precept, man. All right. So you can't just pick up and learn this thing for yourself without the Most High sending people to teach you. Let's get Isaiah the 58th chapter. Isaiah 58 in verse 1, it says, it says, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and shew my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins. So we're set up to show you where you're going off, man, okay, and put you on that right path. You see? That's what we're set up to do. And guess what? We're out here every week. All right? You have brothers all over the world doing this, man. Okay? So there's no excuse. Every major city basically has an Israelite camp. All right? So there's no excuse. You see what I'm saying? You just have to go on YouTube, type it in. Boom, boom, boom. Google, type it in. And you'll find the Israelites, man. All right? Let's get Proverbs, the first chapter. Proverbs 1 verse 20, it says, wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her words in the streets. And where are we? We're always in the streets, man. Okay, you go back to the time of the disciples and the apostles. They were in the street. They were in the what they call the agora, which is the marketplace. Okay, that's why we're out here, because the downtown of every major city is where the majority of the people come. Okay, it says, she crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city, she uttereth her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. All right, we teach 2/3 of our people, and guess what? The majority are not gonna receive this. Okay, we have brothers coming in every day, but that's not the majority. That's the 1/3. Okay, that's the minority. It says, turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make my words known unto you. Because I have called and you refused, I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded. But ye have said at not all my counsel, and would none of my reproof. And he's reproving you through us, man. He's not going to come to you and reprove you himself, man. Okay? You're not Moses, man. Moses is the only one that the Most High came and spoke with mouth to mouth. You see what I'm saying? Besides Yahushua. And it says, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, and they shall not find me, because they're not taking heed to what's going on. When the time of destruction comes upon you, right, or judgment, right, something happens to you, then guess what? The Most High is not going to acknowledge it. As a matter of fact, he's going to laugh at your calamity. Because everyone seems to call on God or the Most High or whatever, you know, when it seems fit for them, you know. I'm speaking about you Israelites, because the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the true Israelites according to the Bible, really the Most High only would hear you. Okay, he's not going to hear these other nations, all right? But the thing is that Israel only likes to call on the Most High when they're in trouble, when something happens to them. But other than that, they don't live their life according to what the Most High said, okay? They're living their life according to what society pushes out there, man. And since, guess what? Society is ruled by the wicked, ruled by the devil, ruled by Esau, Edom, man, the nation of the wicked. So what do you think is gonna be pushed forth? Wickedness, man. They're gonna promote transgenderism. They're gonna promote homosexuality. They're gonna promote adultery. They're gonna promote all manner of wickedness, man. Okay, abortion. You know. You see what I'm saying? GMO foods. You know what I'm saying? All that madness, man, which is all against the law, all against the scriptures. Let me get Job 9:24. This is Job 9, verse 24. It says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, wherein who is he, man? The earth was given into the hands of the wicked, which the wicked we know are the Edomites according to the Bible, man. Okay? Which call themselves so-called white people today, or Caucasian or whatever. All right? They're Edomites according to the Bible. So the Most High said what? The earth was given into their hands. Why was it given into their hands? It was given into their hands for the purpose of destruction, the purpose of showing you how not to rule. Okay? That's why you have 1/3 of the water polluted. You see what I'm saying? You got turtles and all type of fish coming up with plastic in them, you know, dying from poison and all that nonsense. Because the water is polluted, the air is polluted, because the rulership is tainted. You see what I'm saying? And it's not going to get better, it's only going to get worse. Okay? Let's get Proverbs 29th chapter. It's only going to get worse up until the point that Esau Edom is taken out of rulership. Once Esau Edom is taken out of rulership, that's when everything is going to go back to the way it's supposed to be. It's going to flourish again. Okay? This is Proverbs 29 in verse, I'll start at verse 2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Now, when you look at the world right now, is the majority of the earth rejoicing? Absolutely not, man. Okay? The earth is definitely not rejoicing. It says, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And that's what you see all around the world. You see people mourning. People are depressed. You have teenagers depressed, committing suicide. Okay? Even Edomites, man. You know? Why? Because this earth it's under a state of wickedness, which brings forth depression, man. Anything that's not in the right, set up in the right way that the Most High set it up to be, is going to end up creating a mental problem for the people, man. All right? You see what I'm saying? You got the food that we eat, the GMO foods. That has a negative effect on your body, has a negative effect on you, to the point where, you know, they have people coming up saying that they got cancer because of it. All right? You understand? So if that's the case, and these people are covering it up, right? And the foods that we eat, let's say a good percentage of the food we eat today, especially in the Western society, is GMO, then that's going to affect your mind, man, because what you put in your body is going to affect your mind. All right? That's another reason why these people are depressed, man. That's why, guess what? When we get into rulership, we're gonna have to cut that out. That's gonna stop. There's not gonna be no GMO plants or any of that madness. Okay? The earth is gonna the animals, the way they treat the animals. They're feeding the animals, pumping them up with all this food so that the animals grow faster, so that they can make more profit. But what happens? They're giving them candy, feeding them giving cows other cows to eat. That's gonna create diseases because a cow's not meant to eat that, man. All right? The scriptures tell you what a cow is supposed to eat, and that's what makes the cow lawful for us to eat. Matter of fact, let me get that. Let's get Leviticus real quick. Okay? When you deal with these scriptures, you got to see the large picture, man. You can't just look at it the way Esau looks at it, oh, like it's a novel. No, it's not a novel, man. This is the instructions, man, to life. You see what I'm saying? This is Slovakia, brothers, just bear with me here.